or in bizarre circumstances, a father killing his family and taking his own life. This may be an indication of an underlying mental health struggle, such as depression, which has been identified by the WHO as one of the leading causes of disability. Dr. Mercy Korir with that report on Health Digest.
I'm the worst person in the world to look to for a message.
When the world woke up to CNN's Anthony Bourdain's death by suicide, none could contemplate how a man with such a successful career could take his own life. The 61-year-old Bourdain was in Strasbourg, France, doing part of his renowned CNN show, Parts Unknown, a show that had won him awards and afforded him a table in Vietnam with the 44th president of the US, Barack Obama. Bourdain's death got many talking about mental health and one of its likely catastrophic events, suicide. Worldwide, according to the WHO, close to 800,000 people die due to suicide every year. That is, one person every 40 seconds. 3 out of every 4 suicides occurred in low and middle-income countries in 2015. In Kenya, 3 out of every 100,000 people are likely to die of suicide, men being more vulnerable than women at 5 men compared to 1 woman.
Depression is very common. In fact, if you look at the WHO classification, among the disorders that are causing disability now, immediately after heart diseases, depression is next. That's in disorders that are causing disability. So we are talking about a lifetime prevalence of around 17%. So we are saying that 17% of people at one point in their life, in the population, will suffer from depression.
Women are more likely to have depression than men. In any past year, it is estimated that 1 in 20 people have had a depressive mood. Family, friends, and relatives need to be alive to some telltale signs of depression.
It's characterized by sadness that cannot be explained, and it goes on for at least more than 2 weeks. Lack of interest in things that a person enjoyed before, or lack of things that a person needs to do, like house chores, either sleeping too much or sleeping too little, what we call insomnia, lack of appetite, feelings of worthlessness, feelings of immense guilt.
Children, like adults, are not immune to depression and other forms of mental illness that may have its genesis from certain triggers.
It can be genetic. Then it is also seen a lot in people who have suffered a lot of what we call life events. And these life events are things like loss of a child, loss of a spouse, loss of parents at a young age, a major traumatic event in life.
Several global celebrities have come out in the past to talk about mental health in an effort to demystify and lessen the stigma associated with it. Notably, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, who after his mother's, Princess Diana's death, went through what he termed as 2 years of chaos after almost 20 years of not talking about it. Rio Ferdinand, former Manchester United football player, sank into despair after his wife of 6 years, Rebecca, died of breast cancer in 2015. He turned to drink and even contemplated suicide.
Depression is not like when you've just suffered a road accident, a road traffic accident, you're bleeding from everywhere and everyone will sympathize with you immediately. There's really almost nothing that you can see on the person apart from what they are complaining about. And commonly in my practice, we found that many people actually take it for granted and they take the person not really so seriously.
Mental health remains a dicey topic that many avoid if they can. But when faced with unimaginable situations, such as the suicide of a loved one or a relative killing his kin over a domestic quarrel, people can no longer afford to keep the discussion as the elephant in the room. Dr. Mercy Korir for Health Digest, KTN News.